Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. We're working on part 6 of our lap book journal. And this is the cover that we constructed in the first part. And we've been working on the insides of this book, this massive book. Last week last session, I should say, part 5, we worked on the folder and the folio envelope tuck-in that is going in this spine. We finished what's going inside this spine. See, spine here, spine here, spine here. Inside this side, I'll show you how I finished it off. We made these tablets that flip out like this. Okay, and then this is a tuck spot here. So I just came and sewed these items in. Then I had folded this back, and so we have a tuck spot here, and we're going to have a tuck spot here on this side. And then on this side, I was trying to figure out, and we're going to finish this up together, this little series of cuts out of a file folder I had left over, and I had made this flip and pocket kind of deal with them. So I ended up putting that together. I showed you how we were going to layer that. And this flips down here, but we're going to go ahead and glue some papers on these and just decorate this up just a tad. And then I'm going to use a Velcro dot right there to clip this whole thing down. And then we'll come back once it's sewn in. Let me just make sure here. That's a little bit better. Sorry about that, guys. Let me sit down. And then we're going to do this, and then we're going to go on to work on some of the papers in here with pockets, and this will be one of the 3 signatures. We finished up this signature together, I think a few times ago, of the pockets. And then what I do is after they get sewn in the journal, that's when I go in and add the touching up in the fun stuff on the pages. So we will do that later on. So I cut down some scraps that I had, offcuts here, and this one fits here. So I have to round the corners. So I'm just going to ink these and glue these on. And we're going to do the little corner there and just get some ink around the edges here. Let me take this. I got a little worn lipstick here. That's what the color is. And I'm just going to apply the glue. Well, I'll apply the glue to the back of this. And cover these pages, or this little folder thingy. I'm kind of thinking, I hope I'm not putting too many pages in this journal because there are so many places to tuck, and I got glue all over me. It's probably going to be a fairly full book by the time we're finished with this. So I cut down this one, and that one fits right there. I think I inked it. Yeah, this one I inked already. I wanted to try to get a little preparation done because instead of trying to go instead of going 45 minutes for each one of these, I think I'm going to just try to keep them, around the 35-minute mark, 35 to 40-minute mark. And this one here. And then because we're tucking tags in behind here, I'm just going to leave those as is. And we will come back and decorate the front of this little flip. So So we're just going to quickly do this and then move on to adding some more pockets and a couple of the signatures. Oh, you know what? I need to cover this too. Oh, I have a piece. Yeah, I was thinking, I thought I did that. So these are rounded. I'm getting off here. So let me round these corners. When you guys see different tools I'm using, if you have any questions on where I got them and whatnot, let me know. And I will try to direct you into the right place. Like this little neat corner. It's one of my favorite punches. Because it has a small, medium, and a large. And I think it's Japanese Kadomaru Pro, it's called. And it's the best one I've found. Now, you can't get through super thick cardboard with it, but I have my corner chomper for that I dropped and broke. So I use a broken one. Because I don't feel like spending the money to replace it. Since I usually just am cutting, you know, I'm not usually cutting cardboard and stuff with it. Okay, so this will, this flips up here. Oh, this is how this works. Yeah, so that's it. And then this flips out, okay? So I probably should put some paper on these two. So I'll do that afterwards. So I'll put paper here and paper here. And then this, and then I'll probably put a little label here or something. Okay, so then this flips out, this flips down. We have a pocket here, we have a pocket here, and we have a pocket here. And I sewed through this thing here, so I had to cut it so you can see where I cut it. So I'm going to try to trim this up a little bit better here. Okay. So there's that insert. Then I finished up this that we were making together out of the envelopes, and this is the way it looks. This is the way it will look from the front, because it's going to be sewn into the signature right here. So let me flip this over. I reinforced this signature with some cardstock so it would be more stable, where these two envelopes came together. So we did this together. So you see we have the tuck here, and then we have the tuck here, and those are the flaps from this envelope. You can see it just goes here, and so I used the flap as a tuck, the flap as a tuck. Then of course you have the main pocket of these two envelopes, and then this folds up, but it will be sewn in like this. So you're going to see it like this, but then this will fold out like that. And then this will fold out like this. Wait. So, ta-da. And these are the pads of papers we did together. So that one's finished. Now let's move on with this. So we need to put a few pockets on here, and I want to sew in some fabric. So here's the papers in this one. And this is the Enchantment from Steph's shop, and the rose colored ones, this one is the Alluring set from the shop. And then I'm using her Music Large Ephemera Kit. So here's the pages in this signature, and I showed you how we do the bag. And I did come in and coffee dye that bag, so it's two bags together. So that's in this in here, and then you can see the rest of this. We've got vellum and all that. I'll be doing a final flip through of this whole thing. So I'm trying to determine if I want a pocket here, because I showed you how I put these two together to get a large pocket here. But what I do want to do is I want to make a tab here and a tab here. So let's do that first. kind of just eyeball into the middle there. And I will come back and ink all of these off camera. I'm going to ink all the way around here. So now, do I want to do a little pocket here? I don't know yet because I'm thinking that this is going to just get so full, but I do want to put a pocket here. So I have over here, let me see, here's some fabric and I want to use some of that. I'm thinking I can either do a full pocket here or do this pad of paper so you have more paper, because there's the pad of paper. Oh, yeah, this whole thing is paper, what I'm talking about. So I could do this, or I could actually use this in a pocket. But I was also thinking maybe just this. Actually, I'll put it right in the middle, and we could slip a tag in there. So I think I will do that. I thought about this one with the rose, but I think this needs to go this way so you can write right in here like a title. So I'm going to save that to tuck in a pocket. So I think I'll just use this one right here. So that'll be simple. So let me just glue that down the 3 sides. And I'll come back and sew it across the bottom. I certainly don't want to sew it because then I'll close this pocket here. So I'm just going to glue this. So I'm going to be generous with the glue down the sides at least. And I'll secure the bottom at the machine. And I think I like to, what did I do with my, here it is. I think I'm just going to do a little notch right here. I like my notches. Well, it's somewhat in the middle. All right, so then we're going to have just a little place for a tag here. And then let's do one on this side. Figure out what I want to do on this side. I'm thinking maybe a belly band again, because I have this piece here. And I might just put it right in the middle this time. Just right there. Let me just trim this top off. And I think I'll round the corners of this. And then ink it real quick. And then I like to, when I do my belly bands, I like to kind of put something on them. So that's when after it's sewn in, I'll come back and when we go to decorate the book, I'll do it then. And I'll come back and sew this in after, but we'll glue it for right now. Just the top and the bottom. And then I just want to put a fabric flip somewhere in this book, because I have that pretty rose fabric that matches beautifully. All right, let's see if I can get this somewhat in the middle. All right, so that will be a good place, and I might do like this in here. So this thing would just tuck, oops, my glue's not quite dry, right under here and flip over like that. So that might be where I put that. This is one of the dogs. I'm babysitting my, is this even? It's kind of my brother's dog. I go and pick him up, and then he has a house sitter that stays at night. So I have 4 dogs in this house today. All right, now let's put, you know, I don't want this one in the middle. I want this in the middle. So let's change that. And I think I'll do the fabric flip on this paper here. or here. Look at that awesome coffee stain. That one really was kind of cool. They all come out different. It's really cool. So let me see. I have this piece right here, which I thought was a good size. Let me just cut off a couple of the strings and we'll glue it on, and then I'm going to come back and sew it. Across the top. Alright, so then this will flip up and you can write under there, so that's always fun for a nice little secret little journaling place. I'll just use the fabric or the tacky glue because I'm gonna sew it. Now usually when I do a fabric flip, I do some kind of ornamentation at the top. Okay, so I have this paper ribbon that would be cute up there, or I can do my fabric ribbon, or we could do this little cute number. No. I think I'm going to save that for on a page. I think I'll do the paper. So then you have the paper and the fabric. So let me just tack this down, and I might do like a little rosebud here. That would be cute. No, guys, it's the mailman. And let me check our time. So over here, I just don't want to get too much on the page before I have this too. Before I sew them in. I'm looking to see if I have a little rosebud here in my stash. Just a little. That's a little bit bigger than I would like. I think these are Tim Holtz. That's not roses. Well, I'll look through here after and see if I can find a smaller. If not, I might fussy cut something. Oh, I know. A piece over here. I had a little fussy cut. I don't know what I did with it. A tiny little fussy cut. Oh, there it is. Right here. This was, there we go. I think I'll come in and do a little glossy accents on that. Okay, let me show you what that is. For those of you that don't know. This gives a nice gloss appearance to, so it'll give this a little bit of a dimensional look. And it makes it pop. So it takes a bit to dry, so I'm just going to go ahead and add the glossy accents to the top of the roses and put it aside to dry, and then I will glue it or sew it on there. Oops. So you see how that looks? I don't know if you can see the gloss. It's really pretty. So I like to use this every now and then on to spark up my flowers and things like that. Okay, so now we have two pockets, or a belly band. We have a pocket. We have our fabric flip, which I will sew, and we have a pocket here. And then I think that's going to be enough for pockets in here, because we're going to have to embellish these pages yet. I'm going to stencil these tea-dyed pages off camera or stamp them in a few places just for interest. Let me see the time and we can move on to the third. It's only at 19 minutes, so we're doing good. So let me find my third bundle of papers here somewhere. Hello, hello. Here they are. And we will work on, nope, that's not it. This and this are go in the one side. This and this. Here's two signatures. I have a lost signature somewhere. So, and these two go in the other side, and I found it over here buried under a ton of pages. So let me pull that out. And here's our third signature. Okay, so this is the papers I have in here. Similar as in all the rest. Okay, now, do we want to do a pocket? Here we are faced with, shall we do a pocket? These pages, I think this is upside down. Yeah, this goes like this. Let me just check and see. I think this is all upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter with Steph's papers. No, it was right. Just this piece. This is so pretty. I think I'm gonna leave that. And now I'm back to maybe using this little flip. I know what I have over here. I have somewhere this little doohickey. So I'm going to use this somewhere in here. I think right here. So I did a little die cut here. So this will flip down. Okay. And I think I'm just going to do a little Velcro there. And then this can be a tuck in here. And then this will be the belly band. So let me take a piece of this off because it's too long. Let me just trim that down. And do I want to round the corners because this kind of is scalloped? Let me go ahead and ink this. And then we'll do a little, I'll see if I have a little flower or something right here. So this I will Velcro. All right, let's pop this down. And when I sew it on, I'll flip it down to sew it here. So, all right. So I'll have a belly band here, which is nice because they're flat and you don't get a lot of bulk like you would with a dimensional pocket. Okay, so then let me grab, see if I can find my Velcro dots over here. Here's a half a package. Here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is just take, these are tiny little ones, and I like them. I seem to reach for them a lot. I use them quite a bit. So who you growling at? You growling at your brother or your sister? Who you growling at, Lucy? I have Lucy and Ricky. Okay, so let that secure a little bit, and then that should, yep, there it is. Okay, so then this will be a little, you can use this as a tuck if you want, and then of course this here. Okay, let's flip through. Do we want to do anything else in here as far as pockets? I don't think so, because this is the main writing part. I think we will do, do I want to do something on this side or this side? This is so pretty here that I just, I hate to cover it. I hate to cover any of this. I have this corner, but then the writing, this one should go this way. Let me see. I have this pocket. No, they only go that one way. I mean, I could use that. I have this one. These are from Steph's. I like this, I think. I'll use this one. Let me put a little ink on it. Just to try to bring in the dusty blue a little bit. This actually isn't really dusty blue. This is more of a green, but it blends. Okay. Let's glue this down. And I'll decorate this too, or we will. If I can get that centered. Looks pretty good. Let me just hold that for a minute because I have that on some pretty heavyweight cardstock. That's when maybe I could pull one of these larger roses in. Maybe put a little cheesecloth under there and we'll put the rose on there when we go to decorate these. That'll be cute. That one's too big. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the pockets and all of that. Now the next thing we're going to do when I come back for part 7 is we are going to sew in the middle signature and then these side signatures. I might do one of the side signatures ahead of time, and then we'll do the other one just to save time, because it's you know, a little time consuming. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you are enjoying this project. Please give me a thumbs up and a comment would be great. Thanks. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.